Ni hao.
We are the agents that are assigned to you.
Oh,
We are about to introduce the land of dragons. So let's get straight to the video.
The country with the largest population and one of the longest running civilizations on Earth, with unique and attractive culture, the land of dragons, China. At 9.6 million square kilometers, China is the third largest country by area in the world. It has a north-south extent of 3,900 kilometers and an east-west extent of 5,000 kilometers. 33% of the Chinese territory is mountainous, 26% high plateaus, 19% basins and deserts, 12% plains regions, and 10% hills. But why visit China? There are various reasons why you should add China to your travel bucket list. Some of them are affordable, yet delicious and healthy Chinese cuisine that will make you discover new flavors and spices. 5,000 years of culture, you will have a chance to explore beautiful landscapes such as Hallelujah floating mountains or launching rice terraces, and endless possibilities to comprehend one of the most difficult languages in the world, the Mandarin Chinese. Once you set foot in the land of dragons, you will start to discover one of the oldest cultures in the world. You will promptly notice that China is so proud of its people, long history, resplendent culture, and distinctive costumes. These old cultures will make the travel to China worthwhile and enjoyable. But what are the cultures of China that makes you fond of? The first thing is their ethnic groups. Officially, there are 56 recognized ethnic groups in China. The Han Chinese is being the largest group. Many ethnic groups, though merged into Han identity, have maintained distinct linguistic and regional cultural traditions. Even within one ethnic group, there are also diverse group of people. Various groups of Miao minority, for example, speak different dialects of Hmong-Mi languages, Tai-Kadai languages, and Chinese, and practice a variety of different cultural costumes. Typically, each minority group has their own costumes, festivals, and customs. For example, various marriage customs are found among different minority groups. There is actually a museum that features marriage customs of ethnic groups. It is what we call the Jizu Museum of Marriage Customs. Chinese religion, Confucianism and Taoism, later joined by Buddhism. It constitutes the three teachings that historically have shaped Chinese culture. There are no clear boundaries between these intertwined religious systems, which don't claim to be exclusive, and elements of each popular or folk religion. Folk or popular religion, the most widespread system of beliefs and practices, has evolved and adapted since at least Shang and Zhou dynasties. During the period of fundamental elements of a theology and spiritual explanation for the nature of the universe emerged. Basically, it consists in allegiance to the Shan, a character that signifies a variety of gods and immortals who can be deities of natural environment, of ancestral principles of human groups, concepts of civility, cultural heroes, many of whom feature in Chinese mythology and history. Recent surveys estimated that some 80% of Han Chinese practice some kind of Chinese folk religion and Taoism. 10 to 16% are Buddhists, 3 to 4% are Christians, and 1 to 2% are Muslims. Chinese family. Family has been a key component in society for thousands of years in China. Today, many aspects of Chinese life can be tied to honoring one's parents or ancestors. Because of the focus on family, it is common for Chinese, even when fully grown with children of their own, to have many living generations of a family living under the same roof. Chinese family structure has traditionally been rigid and hierarchical. Many parents and grandparents now still expect their children or grandchildren to do as they are told. Chinese food.
The history of Chinese food in China stretches back for thousands of years and has changed from period to period in each region according to climate, imperial fashions, and local preferences. The 8 cuisines of China are Anhui, Cantonese, Fujian, Hunan, Jiangsu, Shandong, Sichuan, and Zhejiang cuisines. These styles are distinctive from one another due to factors such as availability of resources, climate, geography, history, cooking techniques, and lifestyle. For example, Jiangsu cuisine favors cooking techniques such as braising and stewing, while Sichuan cuisine employs baking. Hairy crab is highly sought after local delicacy in Shanghai, as it can be found in lakes within the region. Peking duck and dim sum are other popular dishes well known outside of China.
Places of interest. The diverse geographic forms create some of the best landscape in the world. Beautiful mountains, rivers and gorges in southern China, splendid Gobi and desert on northwest, dominating high plateaus on the southwest, vast grasslands in Xinjiang and Inner Mongolia. Most charming highlights of China is its fabulous culture and history made with its more than 5,000 years of civilization. Any of the long-lasting imperial culture, folk culture, or the art of poem, calligraphy, painting, and others is enough for you to get amazed with the extensiveness and profoundness of Chinese culture. So, where to explore above-featured culture? Of course, from the historical cities and destinations such as Beijing, Shan, Chengdu, and many more.
China, the northern region used to the culture center of China. It is also the cradle of Chinese civilization. The 3 greatest Asian capital cities, Beijing, Shan, and Luoyang. Dunhuang, the important destination of Asian Silk Road, has the most fabulous Buddhism arts. Pengyao is the famous of its Shaanxi merchants culture. Atung is fascinating of Buddhism sculpture art and gorgeous temples. Western China, the southwestern area is one of the most charming regions in China. Here you can explore a wide and unique ethnic culture in Liang. Find the last horizon in Shangri-La. Close contact with the giant pandas in Shandong. Climb one of the top 4 Buddhism mountains, Mount Ami, and visit giant Buddha in Lishan. Enjoy amazing waterscape in Zhongye. Spiritual trip to Lhasa. Southeastern China. The southeastern region used to be land of fish of rice because of its fertile earth and rich water resources. The best feature is the traditional water towns in Suzhou, Hangzhou, Shanghai. Besides, this area has the one of most beautiful mountains in China, Shan, and the reputed garden city of Xiamen, central China. The best highlight of the southern central China consists of the 3 ports. Stunning natural landscape, fascinating Lingyan culture, and vibrant representative cities of China's people. Diverse landscape creates unique vision feast for eyes. Dominating stone mountains of Avatar World Zhangjiajie. Peaceful and charming karst landscape in Guilin. The Yangtze River shows is the most beautiful face in this region. Don't miss the Oriental Pearl, Hong Kong. Bling Paradise, Macau, Tianjin, Kung Fu, and Cantonese cuisine city, Foshan.
Let's talk about language. Maybe you're just one of those people that just enjoy learning languages. Well, I suggest you to learn Chinese language. Why Chinese? Because Mandarin Chinese is spoken by roughly a quarter of the world's population, which is estimated.
Speaking of, learning Chinese is immediately linked to learning Chinese culture. Learning becomes more extraordinary and enjoyable experience. Learning Chinese also offers opportunities for scholarship. Many of the world's governments and agencies have been offering scholarships because of higher demand for people speaking Chinese. So what are you waiting for? Learn Chinese now and let's travel together. I already learned the basics like ni hao or hello, wo ai ni or I love you, xie xie or thank you, wu yong xie or you're welcome, sure or yes, and for sure or no.